Hello everyone, welcome back to another LEGO build and review video, and today we have the LEGO Droideka set. Now this is one of the two sets I got for the May the 4th promotion, so this whole week we'll be trying to cover that. And first off, just look at this box damage. You know, LEGO customer service may be pretty good, but it doesn't help that the shipping for the two sets were especially bad. I'm glad that the gift with purchase sets came in perfectly fine, so without further ado, let's get building. And this is the completed build. This is the LEGO Droideka set number... Wait a minute. This isn't the right build. Man, get this out of here. Let me bring in the real Droideka build. Oh yeah. Take a look at this. Now this is the LEGO Star Wars set number 75381 Droideka, or Destroyer Droid if that tickles your fancy. This set has 583 pieces. One minifigure, technically. That Droideka is minifigure scaled. This will retail for $64.99 and came out earlier this month, actually, the 1st of May. So, and like I mentioned before, this is one of two May the 4th sets I've gotten during that week. So this will be part 1 of 3 covering all the stuff that I got during that week or that day. So let's now get into the details. Firstly, let me get this out the way. This minifigure is not bad. I know a lot of people are pretty opinionated about it by the look of this battle Droideka, but this is not the worst Droideka we've gotten within recent times. I think this is top 3 Droidekas. Fight me, but yeah, I think the build itself is pretty cool. It is pretty stiff, and it's very prone to breaking, unfortunately, as you can see here. But there's a lot of articulations. You can move the body around a little bit. You can move the arms and the guns and the legs ever so slightly. And this thing doesn't exactly transform, however. I don't think there's really... It was intended for this to really transform or to roll around. I've tried my hand here using the similar method used in the bigger buildable version, and it just does not work. I find myself this breaking or just being too stiff, too wide, and it just does not roll in general. It was not a fun time, and honestly it was kind of frustrating to figure that out. So this is purely a display Droideka, or if you want to play with it, play with your clone troopers, I guess. Now for the actual big Droideka or Destroyer Droid, this build is, I'd say, very beautiful. This is, quite an upgrade from the first iteration we got, which was a more technic thing. So it's very nice that we get an updated version of this, and a lot of play functionality. The first little bit here is that the arms or shoulders move up and down, which is really nice when trying to emulate that look for when it shoots and stuff like that. And as you can see, sticking to the arm, ton more articulation with these little rods and the arm joints itself. The head moves up and down as well, and so do the eyes, but I forgot to show that, but it's mostly just the center eye that does that. The back also hinges quite a bit, but this is the one aspect you actually don't want to mess with. You want to keep it in that one position like this, and don't overextend it or else it will break. The legs are pretty stable, and there are these 2 back flaps as well. So you're not getting much movement with the legs itself, but this is, again, more of a display piece than anything. Let's take a closer look at these details. Look at all this technic and side groovling and stuff like that. And here's a little closer look at the gun shooting action, which I think is very fun, but it's a little limited, I want to say. Not as much as I thought it would shoot or move. But it is really fun to jiggle. Now, let's transform this boy up. And I'm doing this based on pure memory, so I may get some parts wrong, but I think in general this should be how you do it. So you want to lift these front flaps up, and then move the arms all the way in as much as you can. I think you want to do the closest joint once and then finish it off with the light gray joints, and then it'll go in perfectly. Take apart the legs and then put them upside down. Whoa. Crazy lisp today. Like so. And then you want to move the head down a little bit, and then I think you also want to move the little hinges. Not too much. Oop. That's a little too much. I think I may have broken it. No, we're good. But this should be the completed look, which in of itself doesn't look too bad. It is a little silly, and what I found out is that this thing does not roll really well. This thing does not roll. I don't know. When I first built this and tested it a little bit, it didn't do jack. But what? Are you kidding me? This thing rolled. Yeah, I already knew this. So initially, the first time I built this, it didn't roll as well. And then looking at this now,
this thing did not.
It rolls pretty well. But then afterwards, it's just gonna mess up, and it won't roll like here. So I don't really know what I did wrong, or what I did right for it to move. I think it is dependent on the gun, actually, when I think about it, because that is kind of stopping it. I guess I'll have to mess around with it in my free time again, but that's the general idea. I did break this though. But it is a fun and interesting mechanic. I think just by itself, it does look nice, and the bottom is flat, so it stands perfectly still. So like I said, it does add to the display ability for it, but in terms of functionality in rolling, it's not as effective. And lastly, we have the display plaque here, which houses a spot for the Droideka minifigure, and as well as this nice little printed display piece. It's very cool, and I believe UCS sets are starting to do this more, and this also includes a 25th anniversary of Lego Star Wars brick, printed at least, so thank God for that. It's not stickers or anything, so overall this is just a cool little side thing. So all in all, I think this build is pretty amazing. Both of these actually. The brick build one is superb, spectacular, quite an upgrade from the original Technic version. Even the minifigure version one is, I think, is wonderful. The only downside I will give this is I think the guns are a little big, as well as the legs are a little too long as well. But I think it's quite effective in getting that Droideka look. And while the Droideka look won't be ever perfected, I want to say, unless they do some special modes, for what it is, I think this one and the 2002 one are top tier. I also want to include the 2013 Sniper Droid as well, but that's more of a specialty Droideka. Check out this tier list I made for my thoughts on the Droideka. Link in bio if you want to share this for yourself too. But yeah, so I think this build is, superb and is alright. And I think they should do more of these. I think it'd be cool to get more brick build droids. I know they've done Technic battle droids, super battle droids in the past before, and the Droideka was one of them. So seeing this as a more of a brick build form is really cool. So if they were to do like a B1 battle droid or a super battle droid in the future, that will be amazing. But only time will tell until that may be a reality. So without further ado, that'll do it for today's build and review, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.
Have a good day.